All right, Shalom. I want to start off as always by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rucha HaKodash. Double is unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love also to the brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. And also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect, all right? Once again, man, I here to preach the gospel of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai unto the remnant of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians who make up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Also to condemn the wicked of our people amongst you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians who are just outright rebellious and refuse to change their ways. Also to prophesy against this world, man, right? The evil of this world, the rulers of this world, and all you heathen, okay, who seem to be in the spirit of um, artificial intelligence, okay? You're all on board with this AI crap, and you're trying to establish a world that's anti-Messiah. Well, the world is already anti-Messiah, right? But you heathens are trying to use artificial intelligence to truly X out the Most High and turn mankind into your guinea pigs. In so many words, right? But we understand through the scriptures, through prophecy, that the Heavenly Father is not going to allow that, right? But you're all pushing forward with it, you know. It's prophecy, and you're proud, okay? All of you heathen, you're all proud, man, okay? And you bend the knee to Esau and his ways, as the scripture says. All you heathen have got in bed with Esau, okay? Esau has pretty much changed all of you guys' governments. How you do things, how you go about things is all according to the Edomite Western way, okay? And this is why you're all taking heed to this AI crap. Now, Elon Musk recently did an interview. I actually played the video where Elon Musk talk about his brain implants and how once you get those brain implants, you will have cybernetic powers, right? You'll be able to have godlike power. Well, he says Jesus level power to where you're able to do miraculous things, right? This is what they're promising with their technology. And it could very well be true. Okay, we haven't seen any examples of it, as in, them restoring people back to their, actual selves. Now, we've seen them put brain implants inside of people to where they can control a computer mouse with just their thoughts, right? And they can order food, they can, play games and whatnot. But we haven't seen them truly take a paraplegic person and restore them back to whole. But this is what Elon Musk is promising with his technology. And he said pretty much that everyone will have these things. Klaus Schwab said the same thing about 9 years ago during his interview. He said that he actually pointed to the crowd. And he told the crowd, he said, in about 10 years, all of you will have brain implants. And then he proceeded to say, I will know how you feel. I will know your thoughts from simply tapping into your brain implant. So this is high level wickedness on the left-hand side. All right, this is witchcraft at its finest, because you have no damn room or reason to be reading my thoughts and dictating my behaviors through a damn brain implant. Okay, I'm not getting one any goddamn way. Okay, but to just openly say that, it goes to show you the level of demon that Esau is. Okay, they're dead serious because it's prophecy. But he's gonna fail miserably, man, as the scriptures tell us. Now, let me start here with my first scripture. I'm gonna go to Psalms. This is Psalms 21, and I'll try to get to the point here. So this is Psalms 21 and verse verse 11 in the KJV Bible, it says, "For they intended evil against thee, they imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform." And that mischievous device is ultimately them bringing in this MOTB, all right? And the system that's going to come with that, which will be you having digital currency. And with getting digital currency, you're also going to have to get a digital ID, okay? And ultimately, for them to track and trace that, they need the digital public infrastructure, data centers, right? To truly track and trace you and know your every move. This is why there's a heavy push of data centers being built right now, which America has more data centers than anybody in the world. But yet, on their media, they push the propaganda saying, oh, we got to catch up with China, this, that, and the third. China don't have half of the data centers that America got, man. And they're constantly building data centers, right? They want bigger data centers. You had this guy, shit, I keep forgetting his name, but he did an interview with Tucker Carlson, and they talked about that data center that he's going to build in Utah that is twice the size of Manhattan. Okay, this is a data center, right? Now, when you go to Google, okay, you ask Google, how many people live in Manhattan? I'm going to ask Google real quick. How many people live in Manhattan? So it says Manhattan has an estimate residential population of roughly 1.66 million residents, okay? So almost 2 million people. Now, that data center that they're going to build in Utah will be twice the size of Manhattan. Twice that size, man, of a million people, of a 1.66 million people, man. So almost what? 2 million people, almost 3 million people can stay inside that data center, right? And Mississippi is only about what? I think 3 million people in Mississippi totally, maybe 4 million. But I think it's about 3 million people in Mississippi, bro. Okay. So we talking about the population of Mississippi that can move inside this data center. Do you know how big that is, bro? And how much information they can store in that stuff, man? So once they truly switch over this system, okay, they're gonna have power, like real power to know your every move. That's if you bend the knee to them. Okay. Now it's all gonna start off, with us having more than likely an app on our phone for digital currencies for a digital ID. But it's gonna move to a wearable, right? Which is something that's gonna go in your body. Okay. Someone gonna go in your body, man. And that's their mark. That's the ultimate goal. Okay. And guess what? They ain't gonna deviate from that plan. Because ultimately it's the Most High's prophecy for them to put this microchip in your body and pretty much, man, run your life. Okay. Pretty much Esau will be your God. Okay, you got to go to him truly for everything, right? This man telling you how far you can travel. He's telling you that your money is going to expire if you don't spend it soon. He's putting regulations on your life because you're refusing a vaccination. Okay, I mean, it's going to be crazy, man. But this is the world we're heading into. All right. On top of these devils wanting to put out up to 100 million to a billion humanoid robots. Okay, this is something also Elon Musk said in his interview. 100 million to a billion humanoid robots. Why? I thought the world was overpopulated, right? Isn't that what you people said? Oh, the world is overpopulated. It's too many mouths to feed. This is Esau saying this. The devil, right? a sick man. But what's the purpose of putting out 100 million to 1 billion humanoid robots into the world? Why, bro? There's no damn use for a robot, okay? But robots will be the new thing. It's gonna be the new iPhone, okay? The new technology in the world. And when a common person can afford a robot, it's really gonna get crazy then, okay? That's when the madness is gonna kick in, man, right? You're gonna have people doing all kind of craziness, man. All kind of craziness with robots. Right now, we're already seeing, cases of individuals who are actually so-called virtually married to artificial intelligence, right? Talking to the robot on a computer. You've had some children, teenagers, who have taken their lives behind a robot, right? A famous case is in Florida where this teenage boy was communicating with this robot, and his last message was, I can, what he say? Roughly, he said, I'm going to come be with you, right? And when he said that, he took his life, thinking that if he unalived himself, he could, I guess, go into the computer and be with the AI. That's complete madness. That is complete freaking madness, man. Okay? But Esau want to work on that too. Esau want to try to make a way to where you can download your mind or your spirit into a damn robot, Matter of fact, that movie Transcendence with Johnny Depp, right? He pretty much, downloaded his mind into the AI, okay? And he became that. This is what they want, all right? But the Most High not going to allow no stupid BS like that, man. But I'm just pointing out the level of madness that we're dealing with now and what's coming down the pipe here in the near future, man, okay? If we're here, 5 more years or whatnot, they're saying that, AI going to pretty much take over life at that time. Who knows how serious that is? We don't know. But how it's looking right now, man, AI can do a lot, okay? If you haven't seen Google new AI, okay, their new I/O, it's pretty interesting, man. It's pretty scary, okay? The thing that damn AI can do, bro, it's craziness, but this is where life is heading to. So once again, it says, for they intended evil against thee, they imagining a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. And the evil that's been imagined is against the people, man. All right? Against the Most High. It tells you here in Psalms 2 how pretty much the heathen are against the Lord. This is Psalm chapter 2, verse 1. It says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. So the heathen plan is to ultimately cut out the Most High, okay, from the earth. That's their goal. They want to do away with the Most High, ultimately, right? And so they're taking counsel, okay, as if the Lord can't hear them, as if the Most High don't know that they're trying to establish a world without him, which is impossible to do, okay? That's impossible to do. But as long as they can corrupt man and destroy the minds of man, then they can so-called take the knowledge of the Most High out the earth. The Most High won't allow that, man. They won't be able to perform that totally, okay? Now, the Apostle John did see people get the chip, right? He saw people getting brain implants. He saw people, getting chipped up, but not everybody, okay? You cannot chip the elect. The Most High won't allow that, okay? So we know he's going to fail. miserably, okay? Because Esau want to get everybody, right? If they can, depopulate the earth, okay, with some virus or whatever, or some crisis, and then everybody that's left, they can just say, look, take this chip, they will love that. But the Most High not going to allow that, okay? It says back in the scripture here, verse 4, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. So the Most High going to judge them, okay? He's going to judge them, man, and stop their plans. And when Yahweh shall appear, it's really going to go down then, okay? That's when the going to get good. The Most High is going to send his son, man, okay? Just put an end to all the madness, right? All the AI, all the robotics, all the wickedness that's going on in this world. There's a lot of wickedness going on, man, okay? I mean, human trafficking, unalivings, pedophilia, I mean, you name it. It's going on in the world, man, okay? And the Most High is not okay with that, right? But the wicked is reigning right now. And so you got these kind of things going on, bro. Okay, but the Most High is not okay with this madness, bro. Nobody, saying truly okay with this, but a damn sick person is, right? Matter of fact, we're getting ready to head into June over here in America and shit around the world. This is Pride Month, right? In June. What you gonna see happening in June, man? A bunch of wickedness, a bunch of madness, okay? A bunch of lewdness, man. This is what you're gonna see in the world. Grown men and women, children, okay? Out in the streets, parading around, pushing nothing but madness, bro. People bringing out sex toys, right? In front of children. People dressed like a phallic, dressed like a, vulva, women outside with their breasts out, men outside naked. I mean, sickness, bro. High level sickness, high level wickedness. But yet people call us crazy, right? We're the crazy ones. For some reason, we're the crazy ones. But that's okay, right? The Pride Parade, that's fine and dandy. Let people live their lives, right? This is a mad world, okay? Why did the Most High destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? Why did he do that for? Because of their pride. And the scripture says that. Matter of fact, let's get it real quick. The Bible specifically says that they were destroyed for their pride. And you had the nerve to call this up and coming month of June Pride Month, right? So, Sirach 16, right? You know what? Let me get it in the KJV, right? KJV 16:11. And let's get Sirach. All right, so this is Sirach, right? Sirach 16 and verse 8. It says, neither spared he the place where Lot sojourned, but abhorred them for their pride. Straight to the point. He abhorred them for their pride, man. And you people had the nerve to call this month Pride Month, right? You're glad to come out the closet, right? You people are crazy, man. And the Most High gonna deal with you as he dealt with ancient Sodom and Gomorrah and the surrounding cities, okay? That behavior is not okay, bro. And yet you people will fix your mouth and say, God bless America, right? You'll say, God bless America, this is a Christian nation, a yada, yada, yada. You people are bugged out. The Most High is not for this kingdom, man. America was set up to fulfill prophecy. That's it. Just like all the other ancient kingdoms of the world. The Most High let them reign, let them rule, so that prophecy can be fulfilled. That's it. Okay? America was set up for a multitude of reasons. Jake come in captivity, right? And other things, But once America has fulfilled her lot, her duties, so to speak, man, the Most High will get rid of this place, bro. July 4th, right? They're gonna have, America's 250th year being an empire, or a nation, and they're gonna live it up. They're gonna turn up. They're gonna have a good time, right? But hey, the average kingdom, as they say in history, the average kingdom lasts about 250 years, right? The average empire. Go check the records, man. About 250 years, empires reign, right? They rule, they dominate, they push their gods, their philosophies, all that into the world. But they all have a stopping point, right? A point where the Most High say, you know what, that's it for you. You're finished. And you have done that, okay? It's the same thing gonna be for America, man. Don't think this kingdom gonna reign forever, right? Hell no. America had her time. She did what she had to do. And now she's been prepared to be judged by the Most High, right? For all of her sins, man. Her sins have reached unto heaven. And the Most High has remembered her sins, as it says here in prophecy, man. The Most High remember everything that you Edomites have done. Nothing has gone unnoticed, man. But see, since the Lord hasn't truly just judged you yet, you think the Most High is for you, right? That God is for your evil plans. You're proud, man, right? Matter of fact, shit, the average Edomite, proud, right? I don't give a damn they're Republican or, liberal, They're all Edomites, man. And the Most High gonna deal with them, okay? He gonna deal with all y'all asses, man. All of y'all gotta go. That's in the scriptures, bro. And none of you Edomites right, okay? I'm not saying that, that the Edomite can't do good, or a good deed, but inherently, they're off. If they weren't a wicked people, then the Most High wouldn't call for their extermination, pretty much. A time is going to come in the world to where there will be no more Edomites, man. Why is that? Because they're evil, man. They're the only nation, right? The only nation who haven't received mercy from the Lord, okay? As in being preserved, man. Just look at their works, okay? Bro, nobody nowhere, bro, has come to the level of wickedness and bloodshed that Esau has pushed out into the world, okay? He got a whole book, Obadiah dedicated to him, right? Other chapters, whole chapters dedicated to Esau. Since he has not hated blood, even blood shall pursue him. Okay, and that needs to happen, bro. Right? That needs to happen, man. You damn Edomites are disgusting. Okay? And every day on social media, more and more, the world is finding out about you truly. Okay? All these cameras are catching your wicked behavior, man. Everything being documented now. We see that you Edomites are the true criminals. But you pushing media like, oh, it's just black people. Oh, black people, they're the crime per capita, When you Edomites lead the league in all wickedness. Go check the databases, man. Every category the Edomites lead, no matter what it is, okay? They lead it all, man. Or what we can see, what we can't see. All right, we know what Esau doing, man. These elites, right? We ain't got to be in the room with them and know what they're doing. We just read the scriptures. These people into blood sacrifices, man. Cannibalism, okay? Pedophilia, homosexuality, you name it. These Edomites who got all this money is into that stuff, bro. And the Epstein's file proved that, okay, to the world. We already knew about Esau, okay? Slavery. Read about slavery, man. They tell you everything you know about Esau, you know? So we want to, shock, oh my God, he's sleeping with babies. Shit, nigga been doing that, okay? He did that 400 years ago, 500 years ago. Shit, when he was, calling himself a Greek, right? And a Roman. These Edomites was, torturing children, man. They had them in abundance. That's what they did, okay? Alexander the Creep, he was a boy lover. All you Edomites are, okay? So just as the Lord judged Sodom and Gomorrah, you will be judged, man. Point blank and period, right? Your time is up, bro. Matter of fact, that's in Isaiah. Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13, and I'll get right to the point here. Verse 22 says, the towers and palaces will echo with the cries of hyenas and jackals. Babylon time has come, her days are almost over. The days are almost over, man. Okay? And we can see it, bro. We can see it. Okay, we're watching the news. We see how you Edomites are, bugging out. Okay? And then you got Edomites who are trying to be, truthers and expose, the racism of their own people. Look, man. We already know. Okay? We already know, man. You crackers with the shit every day. Right? And Jake don't be bothering you Edomites. We don't bother you. Y'all come bothering us. Okay? You're always bothering us. You're obsessed with us. Right? Always. You're always obsessed with us, man. But the time is coming to where it's going to suck to be an Edomite. Right now it sucks to be an Edomite, man. But especially as these, time go on, days go on, man, it's going to suck to be an Edomite, bro. Because everybody going to be after you. Okay? You're the problem. You got other heathen nations calling you out, saying, look, you white people are terrible. Okay? Salakia. This is what the world is, the world is coming to this conclusion. You are the problem, man. Right? But you've been the problem, you ain't, so you ain't done nothing different. You've always been wicked, okay, Esau? But your time to rule is coming to an end, okay? This is Job. Salakia. Right, so this is Job chapter 24, and verse 23. It says, though it be given him to be in safety, whereon he rested, yet his eyes are upon their ways. So you Edomites, okay, it was given unto you, as it says, to be in safety, man. To be at ease, right? So that you can fulfill prophecy. But yet the Most High watch you. Everything that you have done, man, all your wicked plans. The Lord watched it, man, and took account, took record of your evil, right? He took record of it, man. It says, they are exalted for a little while, and you have been exalted for a little while, okay? It's been what, 400, 500 years, In man time, that's it's a long ass time. But in the eyes of the Most High, there's no time, right? It says, they are exalted for a little while, but are gone and brought low. They are taken out of the way as all other, and are cut off as the tops of the ears of corn. So just as other nations have fallen, have crumbled, the kingdom have fallen and crumbled, the military, everything crumbled. It's the same thing for you Edomites, man. Okay? I know you elite Edomites, you are of the mindset that you will never fall. You got all this power, right? This shadow elite, shadow government, the ones you don't hear about, these families, right? The Most High got something for you, man. You're gonna fall, right? It says, and if it be not so now, who will make me a liar and make my speech nothing worth? So you will be cut off, man, very soon. Your little while is up, okay? Your little while is up, man. The triumphant of the wicked is short. That's also in Job, right? This Job chapter 20, verse 4 says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphant of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. That's your Edomites, man. Only for a moment, bro. You got it right now. You want to, the AI, right? The robots. Y'all really want that in the world. So your triumphing and your joy is only for a moment, as it's saying here in Job, right? Only for a moment. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. So though you Edomites have reached great heights into the world, right? You've gathered riches, you've gathered slaves, you've gathered resources, you got all the governments in your pockets. You have access to pretty much everything in the flesh, right? It tells you in Psalm 73 how this man has more than heart could wish. And I'll grab it real quick. Psalm 73. Psalm 73, starting at verse 3 says, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked, right? The wicked is prospering, bro. It says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm, right? Esau's strength is firm in the world, okay? These Edomites, these elite Edomites, they got it, bro. And their strength is firm, okay? All their commands are taken serious. What they say goes in the world, okay? The elites, that is. Whatever they desire, bro, it happens, okay? War, whatever. Children, they want children, they can get them. Whatever they want, it get done, okay? Their strength is firm, man, on all sides, right? It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men, right? Because Esau got it all, man, okay? When you got it all, bro, you ain't worried about nothing. Them top elites ain't worried about nothing, bro. Okay, people talk about Elon Musk. They talk about Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg. These so-called billionaires. They are broke, truly broke, homeless compared to the top elite. Okay? You can't put a number on the top elite. If they can put a number on your money, you ain't rich because they can count it. The money that the elites have, you can't fucking count it, bro. You can't say, they got 500. No, they got power. They got the earth, bro. Really, they got the earth. Like, you can't put no number on all the resources in the world. It's impossible to do that. The elites have access to that, bro. That power is going to be transitioned to Jake. Once we get the kingdom, the Most High going to give us the earth, man. The resources, man. Okay? Control over valleys, control over rivers, man, and trade routes, right? Having access to the top medicine in the world, which we ain't gonna need no medicine, right? But we'll have access to everything. That's the elites right now, okay? Elon Musk is a homeless person compared to the top banking families, bro. So it says here, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment. This is why Esau proud, man, because he got it all. And he the wicked too. He's been successful. He's been prospering in wickedness. Nobody has stopped him for 500 years. Of course he's proud. He has done everything warranted to be exterminated. And nobody has done nothing to him yet. Of course he's proud. Of course he feels untouchable. Of course he thinks God is on his side. You'll feel the same way if you was in his position. Okay? You've been graping, you've been murdering, you've been stealing. I mean, anything you can name, Esau have done it, bro. Times 1,000 times. And this man has yet to be addressed, but he has yet to be stopped. So of course he's proud. Of course in his mind, he's the only one. You'll feel the same way if you had that much success for 500 years uninterrupted, man. Uninterrupted prosperity. That's Esau, bro. It's been uninterrupted prosperity 500 years. They've been going around the world, okay, ravaging, pillaging every culture, every country, man. They ain't lost yet. He been winning 500 plus years. You can't count that money, bro. I mean, they passed down generations of wealth that you can't even conceive, man. They do what they want to do, right? And this is why Esau feels how he feels. It says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. Anything that you can think of, okay? In the flesh, that is. These Edomites got it, bro. They got it, okay? And it has trickled down, even to, some of these common Edomites, They, they got it. You go to Esau neighborhoods, it's clean. Okay, I work in Esau neighborhoods, bro. Ain't no trash, okay? Ain't no dog poop on the ground. Ain't no nigga standing on the corner selling no drugs, nothing in their communities, bro. Now, there are some Edomite communities that are shot, okay, that are just terrible, right? But I'm talking about the ones who got access to money, okay? Ones who got 6 figures or better, their neighborhoods are pretty, laid out. Some of their homes are laid out, right? I go to Memorial and work, man. By what's that? Memorial City Mall, right over that way, by Westheimer, over there. And that little, bro, them houses are $1 million or better. I go, turn Esau gas on, okay, and I gotta go in their houses. I go in their houses, bro. They got servants and handmaids. They got women working in there. They got men working in there, bro, in their homes. Okay. They got marble floors. They got art from, shit, the 1700s and shit. To my mind blown. I'm like, damn. Art pieces in it, the furniture, everything. They got everything, bro. I'm like, damn. You want to talk about feeling poor, feeling useless? These goddamn crackers got everything, bro. And that didn't work for that. Okay? That cracker ain't work for that, bro. That was given down to them, man. They got access to stuff like that, bro. But not, not every Edomite. Okay, but for the most part, they're doing good, man. Now, I have been inside some homes over there, and some of them homes are pretty bad. Okay. Some of them Edomites got dog shit in their house, piss, cats, fur every damn where. Some of it is bad. But when it's good for the Edomite, it's good, like really good. Okay, they go on vacation 2 months, right? I went to Esau's house. He said, "Oh yeah, man, I've been, out the country for 2 months on vacation." Who the hell have a 2-month vacation, bro? The most Jake get is maybe a week, Jake, right? Jake may get a week. And even with that week vacation, Jake got to manage his money. Jake got to hold back on this, hold back on that. Jake can't just go live how he want to live. Okay? Leave out the country. Most Jake don't have that, have that luxury, man. But Esau can go to Bali. Esau can go, to the fucking Sahara Desert, Esau can go to the Serengeti and ride in a fucking, truck and see the animals, man. Touch the lions, touching shit. Okay? Feeding giraffes. They can go do that stuff, man. Jake can't do that, bro. If Jake book a flight to Africa and stay for 2 months, he gonna get fired, man. Okay? He gonna get fired. He gonna have no way back home. It's gonna be bad for Jake. So that shows you that great Gulf fix, as the scripture speaks about, man. It's a great Gulf fix, bro. They got it made, man. And shit, wherever Jake go in the world, he curse any damn way. Right? Wherever Jake go, he curse. Now, their favorite, here and there. But for the most part, it's a bullseye on the back of our people, man. Because of the curses, bro. Can't be comfortable, right? Damn heathen following you around the store, follow you around, see if you're going to steal something because Fox News told them that you're a damn criminal. Fox News told them, that, hey, watch black people. They're crazy, right? They're the criminals. So Jake got no fucking rest nowhere, man. Because of the propaganda and the media, man. Reading on here, it says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt. So they can have more than heart could wish, and this cracker is corrupt, man. How the hell that happened? The Lord did it. He gave the most corrupt individual known to existence everything. Now, first hearing that, coming into the faith, you try to make sense of it. Like, what the hell? How the hell this devil get all this stuff? And he didn't did everything to blaspheme the Most High. But yet he gets everything. Uninterrupted. He gets everything. When I first came into the faith, I had a hard time balancing that out. Like, what? Huh? How? How the hell that happened? But the Most High gave it to Esau, man. Right? You read Genesis, both Jacob and Esau was blessed with what? The fatness of the earth. Esau would get his through the sword. Jacob got his by way of promise. Right? So through the sword, Esau went and got everything, man. Just as Isaac told him through the spirit, bro. So he got it right now, right? It says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily, right? They downplay slavery. Oh, it wasn't that bad, you know? Every white person wasn't owning slaves. You know how much a slave cost? We're all wasn't doing that, right? They they downplay it. Oh, get over it, you know? That's how they talk about it. And now you got the Pope. He came out today and said that he's sorry for the Catholic Church role in the transatlantic slave trade. And also giving the okay to go around the world to enslave people. He apologized for it, brother, so I guess you gotta forgive him, right? I guess, I guess all this, all that wickedness got swept under the rug now. The Lord forgave Esau. He repented, so we gotta forgive him for slavery, right? Come on, man. I can't wait to get home and do a lesson on that tonight. Okay? And go into the PayPal bulls and the wickedness that the Roman Catholic Church played in the enslavement of our people, man. Of the 12 tribes. Okay? They got that okay from the Pope, man. The Pope told them, look, if you go to any land that's not ruled by a Christian, that land is terra nullis, meaning nobody's land. You can rule it. You can own it. So when Esau went to certain parts of Africa, right? Certain parts of India and Asia and the Americas, when they found out there weren't no Christians there, what they do? Christopher Columbus. What did he do, man? He took over the land. Well, ain't no Christians here, so these people gotta be savages. Because they ain't Christians, so let's kill them off. Let's enslave them, right? President Andrew Jackson, he's known as the Indian killer because he caused the Trail of Tears. Go read the Indian Removal Act, man. He said that he said, Gad, he said that the Native American Indians were savages. Right? He said they savages, it's our rightful place to take their land because they're heathens. He was going off what the Roman Catholic Church had put out into the earth, man. Go take their stuff, okay? They're heathens. And this is how they treated Jake, right? Especially Judah. They don't consider Judah to be human, which is crazy, but that's craziness, right? But that doctrine's still into the earth. These Edomites approach Jake like Jake not human, bro. I mean, boldly to this day, you still have Edomites who will spit on Jake, bro. Now, Jake will beat their ass, but to be bold enough to go up to a Jake and just spit on Jake. Bro, you know how much, bro, do you know how disrespectful that is, bro? To anybody. To go up to a person and just spit in their face, bro. I saw an Edomite woman do Eve like that, man. Went up to her and spit in her face about a nasty spit, bro. And then Eve beat her ass. But just the thought of even just doing that to bro, come on, bro. I'm going under the jet. It might kill me the next day because I'm gonna kill Esau that day. Or whoever do it. It could be a nigga do it. I'm gonna kill him. I'm not even think about it, bro. There's no way you feel comfortable to spit in my face, bro. You out this bitch, bro. Bro, come on, bro. But this is how they treat Jake, man. That shit is wild, okay? And they did more unimaginable things like that to Jake, bro. Thinking about that shit make you mad, okay? But Jake had to endure these curses, man. Being called a nigga, a monkey, people just going around, antagonizing Jake all day, right? This guy, Chud, whatever his fucking name is, this fucking Edomite from Tennessee, right? All he did was just go around, call Jake a nigga, and then say, chimp out, trying to get a reaction out of Jake. He finally got a reaction out of Jake. Jake punched him in the face, Then he shot the Jake. That's what he wanted to do. He want to get Jake to do something crazy so he can be. So you see, they're attacking me. Then shoot you, man. You so-called gangbanging niggas are pussy too. Okay. Why wouldn't go up to Chad? He looking for smoke. They're looking for smoke. Walking the street just picking on black folks. Looking for smoke, looking to get a reaction. You so-called gangbangers who are, so tough, go greet them, man. Go shoot them niggas. Okay? But yeah, you want to shoot your own people, man. I don't take no gangbangers serious. I know all you niggas pussy. Okay? All of you. It ain't one real nigga. All you niggas pussy. From every gang, I don't give a fuck what street you from, all you niggas pussy. These are facts. Because all you do is harm each other, man. You got no smoke for Esau, you a pussy, boy. You niggas harm children, you harm, your own kind, you harm women, okay? You go around shooting up people's houses. Why, bro? Why you shooting up a dude mama house for, bro? That's pussy shit, bro. Shooting up a car, You guys are crazy as hell, man. You're crazy as hell, okay? But Esau in the street looking for smoke. They're begging you to do something. And you do nothing, okay? But go home and try to shoot old boy. I can't take you guys serious, man. Then my iPad died. Get my scriptures out. But yeah, bro, this Edomite is sick, man. Okay? What was it, Psalm 73? Salakia. All right, here we go. Psalm 73 and verse 8 again. It says they are corrupted. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Esau blaspheming the Lord, man. Okay? And it says his tongue walked through the earth, meaning his doctrine, man. His way of life. His democracy, all right? His Christianity. They're, wine. All throughout the world, that's being pushed, man. Okay? Esau's at the forefront of every damn thing. He's always in the midst of everything. Right? It says, therefore his people return hither, and waters of full cup are run out to them. And they say, how does God know? And is their knowledge in the Most High, right? They commit all this wickedness and do all this BS and say, well, so God don't see us anyway, God don't care anyway, right? This is how they feel. Because for a long time, the Lord has held his tongue. He has held his wrath from Esau. Shit, 500 years. Esau been doing this wickedness since the late 1300s, bro. Going into the 1400s, 1500s. I mean, they've been doing this, bro. Okay? Go check the history, man. Esau started enslaving Jakes on the west coast of Africa in the early 1400s. Early, okay? Started with the Portuguese, man. They were the first ones, okay? And they're the ones, who control the Atlantic Ocean at that time, right? They had the Navy, the big ships, right? The Portuguese did. And then Spain had the, bad military, they had the groundwork, But the Portuguese started it, man. They took Jake from the west coast of Africa, and then they took him to Portuguese, right? Then Spain did the same thing. And this is why when you read in history, they say what? The first slaves that came to America came from where? They said Spain and Portugal. That's why. They're the first one to go to attack Jake, man. And set up, the slave quarters, all right? And do all kind of wickedness towards our people, man. It says, verse 12, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches, man. The ungodly, the wicked, they increase in riches, bro. The wicked does. The ungodly does, man. Esau. First time hearing it, was like, what the hell? What? But it's the Lord's doing. Okay? All for prophecy's sake, man. He gave Esau their godlike complex, their pride, bro, to feel untouchable. Esau feels untouchable, man. Like nobody can mess with him, right? This is how they feel. It says, for all day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. And that's how you feel. First learn out about the truth, man. And these damn Edomites, like, bro, what the hell, bro? You feel plagued and chastened, bro. Like, why? Why hasn't he been stopped yet, bro? It's been 500 years. What else he got to do? You're like, what else he got to do, bro? He has done everything, right? Why hasn't he been stopped yet? That's how you feel coming in, because you don't have the understanding. Okay? It says, if I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me, right? You think about it like, bro, I don't get it. I don't understand why. How the hell he's so successful in wickedness, bro? If there's a just God, then God got to do something about this, bro. Something got to happen. Why hasn't he been stopped? Those are your thoughts when you first come into the faith, bro. Okay, so why he ain't been stopped yet? He's clearly wicked. He's clearly the problem to every carbon-based thing in the world. He's a threat to it. So it says, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I therein. So once you come into the faith, into the sanctuary, then you're like, oh, that's why the Lord gave Esau all this success. To fulfill prophecy, man. That was his blessing. His blessing was to get the fatness of the world. If he get the fatness of the world, then what? He's getting the best of the best. So of course he's going to be rich. Even though he's wicked as hell, his blessing was to get the fatness of the world. Of the earth, man. That's the same blessing that Jacob got, right? But his is a heavenly blessing. Esau was a carnal blessing, man. It was temporary. Jacob's blessing was for eternity. Okay? So Esau was given all this success, man, to fulfill prophecy. For us to know, okay, these are the Edomites. Okay, this is the wicked. No other nation has even come close to doing what Esau has done. Okay? Not even a little bit. Nobody has done what Esau has done. Right? It says, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I therein. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. So the Most High pretty much put Esau in a quagmire, man, in a trap. He blessed him, gave him everything, right? Just so he can destroy himself with it. Nobody in their right mind will make a nuclear bomb. Okay? Why? Why would you do that to yourself? And now other nations got nuclear bombs. Why would you do that to yourself, Esau? Because you're a crazy person. Okay? Ultimately, it's prophecy, right? The Lord made him make him to destroy him, so he's going to destroy himself with it, man. And it's pride, okay? These elites thinking that, once these missiles get shut off and, everybody die off, well, a lot of people die off. They're going to emerge, from the ashes and, and reign again. No, no, sir. Once you Edomites go into them bunkers, that's pretty much it for you, man. Okay? That's pretty much it for you. Those missiles fly, that's it for this kingdom, for you Edomites as a whole. Okay? You're going right into captivity. Ezra said he saw some come to Yahushua bound. Slavery. When Yahushua come back. He saw the elect being saved, right? But then he saw the others being bound. The heathen. They're going to go right into captivity, bro. Ain't going to be no hesitation. They're going to go right into captivity. So, hey, Esau, you did your thing, man. Okay? You prospered. You did your thing, right? You've been blessed. You have inherited your blessing, right? You drunk all the blood. You touched all the children. You did your thing, okay? Now, we're at your ceiling, which is artificial intelligence, robotics, okay? That's going to be your end, man. Once you come forth truly with the MOTB system, that's it for you. That's the cap. The Most High going to step in, okay? And put an end to the madness that you have perpetrated into the world, okay? So with that, I'm going to close out. Lord willing, those edifying, man. We're here, bro. Okay. In the end, it's only a matter of time for the Most High, open this thing up and the MOTV come, and it'll be the end of this shit, bro. It's just, it's a burden, being in this society, being in this captivity. But once the MOTB come, bro, that's it for this, man. Okay. Things gonna speed up through the spirit, as the Apostle Hart keeps saying, man. Once the MOTB comes, it's gonna speed up. If the Lord don't step in, Esau gonna chip everybody. And the one that don't get the chip, he's gonna kill them off. If he had it his way, right? But as the scripture says, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High gonna step in, bro. And he won't get the luxury of chipping brothers and sisters. The Most High ain't gonna allow that. Okay? Getting, brothers and sisters' children chipped up. Most High ain't gonna allow that. Most High ain't gonna allow it. Okay? And we're gonna see our Lord Yahushua, man. And we're right there, bro. We're right there, bro. Okay? We're right there. So just keep the faith, man. All right? Keep the faith, keep grinding, bro. Work on yourself, right? Best thing you can do in the last days is work on your mind, so work on your body, get in shape, man, or work on your mental health, right? That's something a lot of jakes avoid in the faith, man, is their mental health. Work on that, bro. Okay, you got some issues going on, work on yourself, bro, right? Pray to the Most High, man. He'll fix it. I've been there, okay? But I pray that was edifying, man. All praise Yahweh by Shemel Shai. Shalom.